Detective series Mr. Kevin and Treasure. Once upon a summertime, Mr. Kevin played violin. While nice breeze coming through his windows, birds are chirping among a bunch of oak trees. Mr. Kevin saw a faraway car coming through the steps. Medium built, bright, sharp eyes, curly hair defined Mr. Kevin is interesting for another mysterious story. Car stopped at Kevin's house. Compound. Kevin stopped the play melody of violin. Stranger get off the car and rang the bell. Mr. Kevin opened the door and saw a fearful and confused face at glance. Good evening, Mr. Kevin. Mr. Thomas tells, good evening, Miss. Come and take a seat. Mr. Thomas sat and took a sigh with sad and trembling voice. Sir, I need your help. What can I do for you, little Russian brother? What? Mr. Thomas raised, amazed and crying voice. Sir, how do you know that? Good question, my friend. Simply I notice your left shoes. Mr. Thomas smiled and have a sip tea. Mr. Kevin, I have to sort out a problem. Can you help me please? Okay, sure, replied Mr. Kevin. I have received a death threat by letters with 10 years old emblem. Mr. Thomas tells with pale face. Mr. Kevin inspect letter with hand lens. His sharp eyes driven to size of letter even emblem. Excellent letter. My friend, this letter from last one among 4 people. Maybe he was close our location. Mr. Thomas, amazed and crying, replied, oh my goodness, how do you know that? Emblem of letter is newly stamped. One in envelope mentioned 4th number. Emblem is mentioned as a small team of people, definitely unity of 4 people. Letter is stamped by nearest post office. Further, it mentioned 4 words only. Mr. Kevin tells this may be a last one. Please tell me what are you hiding from him? Actually, treasure of wrecked old ship at a tiny island. Okay, Mr. Kevin, I am worked at harbor with 3 people. Akbar, Sam, Jack. One day in our leisure time, we sailed to island to spend a vacation. We went to a swim. We found parts of old ship after few hours in water. We found bright object in ocean. We recognized it as an old gold coin. We felt interest to investigate further. At last we found treasure box at bottom of ocean, which filled gems, gold coins, pearls. We brought it back to island. We divide it into 4 parts. We keep it as a secret. Since that day, we resigned from harbor job and we spent a luxury life. Until 2 years period after that, Akbar received letter same like this. After 2 days, he did mysterious way. After 1 year, Jack also did. Same way after receiving 1 year, Sam also did same way. After Jack death. After 1 year, finally today I am received this letter. I don't understood why this happened to us. I need to survive from this condition. Mr. Kevin think few minutes after drinking cup of water glass. Let's go that place which found treasure. They rushed to the wrecked ship near the island. Mr. Kevin found sign of pirate name called Jonathan. Drinking cup named Jonathan on a cup. He brought it back to land. He inspected cup by lens. He found his city name and unusual sign, that sign matching with letter emblem. Mr. Kevin and Mr. Thomas went to that old city called Port Royal. They searched information about Jonathan. They found he was a pirate ship crew. Jonathan living different city by appearing different names. Same time he was searching his lost treasure of his old pirate ship. Mr. Thomas questioned how he found us. Mr. Kevin fallen into deep thoughts. We have to make a deal, my friend. Tonight you have to keep treasure outside of house with letter. After that we can see who is the person and how he reaching to the treasure. Mr. Kevin and Mr. Thomas spent whole night while waiting for the scene. After few years they saw well-built one-eyed person step into the treasure. Mr. Kevin given the signal to hidden policemen. After fighting with 2 policemen, Jonathan got arrested. Mr. Thomas got freedom by his problem. Mr. Thomas thanks to Mr. Kevin. Finally alone, Mr. Kevin waiting for another detective story while playing violin.